Hello and welcome to what will be the Yard Red Festival Finals here on HeflaTV 2. I'm Grandis. I'll be joined once again by HeflaMoke. My goodness, that second game by Virtus Pro Polar was an absolute slaughter in their favor. Hellraisers on the ropes going into the series. Let's see if they're going to be able to take a game off of VPP. After Game 2 performance, I'm not so sure.
I mean, when there's anything demoralizing in Dota 2, then it's such a game. I mean, as I said, I just tweeted it on at HeflaMoke and at HeflaTV. I've never seen something like this before. Absolutely nuts. This lead in gold and experience, and Hellraisers just not caring. They're like, yo guys, wait, just go for our game. I don't know. They were completely not impressed. But Virtus Pro, they were like, guys, all this fighting, let's just go for a very peaceful approach, like just here and there a clash, and the rest of the time we just play with 5 Midases controlling the entire map till the graphs are exploding and the shatters of all the crafts will just kill somehow the throne of Hellraisers. That was the whole plan of the game. It dragged it out very long. In any other game or league, tournament or team whatsoever, this would have been done within like 30 minutes because they had, by all means, everything necessary to finish this game.
They really did. They did respect the Enigma and the Naga sign, but there really wasn't an opening. Now, Hellraisers were able to find, if you go into Game 3, it's really hard to find any sort of useful feedback from that game, because the answer to the question, what went wrong, is pretty much everything. There really wasn't anything redeeming, so I think they need to start from square one and look for a different approach to their draft. It was an interesting idea to go for this hyper-aggressive push and then fall back on the Naga Siren late, but I think they need to go with something a little bit more standard. Maybe that is their comfort zone, and if it is, I think they need to shake things up a little bit.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, right now, it comes down to what they actually did in game 1 or 2. I mean, they have one game advantage, so we're always referring it as game number 2, and this is game number 3. But of course, actually played, this is game number 2. Hellraisers, in the previous game, they waited so long with their draft after this, the first time they picked, I think. And here again, like, they use already half of their reserve time. And I don't know, let's see if they come up with like a crazy strategy. If it would scale with the amount you need for like drafting, I mean, amount of time you need for a draft, then it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be anything weird looking as far as draft is concerned. But it's definitely Hellraisers taking a step back and trying to analyze what happened. And what they can do to accomplish this. They aren't disconnected. They are just going to use pretty much the entirety of the reserve time for this second ban. They have first pick, so right now, if they're going to come back into this series and into the tournament altogether, this is the final game. Needs to be something pretty cool, and it's going to be the Tidehunter ban from them and Ogre ban from VPP.
Yeah, but Vengeful, Ogre, IO, and Tidehunter, that means we have pretty much everything open if they want to, and they decide to go for a Brewmaster. The Brewmaster in the last 7 games, all the time being banned out. So this is the first time we see a Brew. To be honest, I never thought I'd gonna say this, but after all these games, I'm actually glad to have a Brew in the mix again.
Virtus Pro Polar wastes no time with their 2 picks up against Brewmaster. It's a pretty good combination. With Scarlet Mage and Batrider, lots of ways to get the jump onto him before he's able to get the split and burst him down with the Instant Silence coming out from Ancient Seal, as well as the Lasso, which is quite a bit faster than the animation coming out from Brewmaster, unless Batrider just doesn't get close enough with his initial blink. It's going to be a Slark for Hellraisers, and it worked wonders for VPP last game, and let's see if they're going to be able to pull it off this time around. Up against Batrider, getting off the Pact is pretty easy, away from Lasso, but then again against Scarlet Mage, Ancient Seal will deny all that away from you, so it's a pretty good opening from both sides, slightly favoring VPP, I think.
Yep, but at the moment, Hellraisers, they respond just as I expected. They're like, okay, Brewmaster not banned, we're gonna take it. That's the first easy thing, and then they say like, well, Illidan, you played a nice Slark last game, we go for pretty much the same. But then again, Virtus Pro, well, they get their Batrider again. I mean, the Batrider as such, I have to say, it's kind of hard to judge anything by the last game because it was such an utter domination. But like his impact was not as high as I expected of the game. But then again, they were all like in super farm mode. Like this was like playing against AI, testing out new heroes or something. So I don't even want to judge by the last game. This game, however, we have to see how the Batrider plays out.
Yeah, as far as the early laning stage is concerned for last game, worked pretty well for them, and got a Blink Dagger to good timing. So if we have a similar performance, at least in the first 10 minutes, I'm going to say that Batrider should have a decent impact, even though we can't really make any educated guesses. Phantom Assassin, Ancient Apparition banned out by HR, and Centaur taken away by VPP. Honestly, I would have liked to see them pick up the Centaur for themselves, but that kind of flags that Batrider is going towards the offlane.
Yep, that's pretty much already taken. That's the territory of the Batrider, so that's not going to happen. And, well, the Witch Dog is actually the last one there to find as a ban, which is quite interesting, I have to say. Right now, for Hellraisers, I would like to see a silence right now, or stuns. We have the Brewmaster, there is a double stun, and of course a Tornado. We have a Slark holding someone in place, but you somehow need to shut down that puck, obviously. Some nice burst damage would be also cool for the Skywrath Mage, and yeah, they come up with a Disruptor. I actually didn't think of the Disruptor, but sure. The static field, the static storm should do the trick.
Yeah, it is. A really great instant silence and an AoE that Puck, Batrider, and Anti-Mage are all very allergic to, if they're actually caught out into it. And up against these highly mobile heroes, Glimpse is an incredibly useful spell if you're able to maintain the vision over all three of them. In the laning stage in particular, Batrider can get caught out unawares if they get a pounce from the Slark or set up for a pounce with the Glimpse. Either way, Batrider might be giving up first blood if that is actually our lane matchup. Virtus Pro, they're going to go for Illidan's Anti-Mage, and is one of the heroes that he's more well known for. We are going to see the fourth Anti-Mage of the day.
Yep, we have to see what else is coming. I mean, this is the fourth Anti-Mage of the day, absolutely right. And now I'm just waiting for Hellraisers to actually pick something against it. I would have said Void, but then again, we have a Brewmaster Slark already on the pitch, which means you can't really add a Void to it. And the Doom, sure, it is cool against the Puck, it's cool against the Anti-Mage, preventing that they can somehow escape because they are the most mobile heroes of all of them. On top of that, there's a Batrider, of course, pretty mobile with a Firefly because he ignores pretty much all laws of physics because it just fireflies over everything. Still, the Doom doesn't have 3 Dooms, so he has to kind of decide, and that is, of course, the Anti-Mage as a priority target. Let's see. We need one more support for Hellraisers, and that could be pretty much anything. I would like to see some more lockdown, because Virtus Pro, they definitely like their mobile heroes. Swift in, swift out, and yeah, you have to somehow, I don't know, get rid of it. But the Vengeful Spirit would be the best pick right now, but it was first banned by Virtus Pro.
For VPP, it's going to be the Earthshaker all around. Their lineup looks really solid. Great ways to start out the engagements with the Blinking Puck, Blinking Batrider early, and then later on Earthshaker will also pick up a Shiny Dagger for himself. Their laning stage, it should be able to protect the Skywrath Mage's farm very effectively, although not shutting down the Doom entirely, since he'll be able to back off into the jungle, depending on how these lanes shake up for Hellraisers. It looks just really comfortable for VPP. They're
10 seconds to go.
Going to rely very heavily, Hellraisers, on getting initiations once we see Blink Daggers coming out, and that has to be the time where they start finding kills and finding them often and early.
Rubik. Okay, I guess that's not too bad. I mean, Rubik very mobile if you steal like the Anti-Mage, for example, the Blink, but that's like the only thing you can do. Mana Void turnaround, sure, that might be possible. Everything else, I mean, he has a huge spectrum of spells to steal, but the others are like so-and-so spells. Getting the Fissure, getting the Firefly, of course, might be interesting, but everything else, I don't know if that's really what you want on a Rubik. So I'm not a huge fan of this Rubik pick here, but still, let's introduce them. And this is potentially the last game of this grand final here. Like the Yard Red Festival is finally coming to an end here in December. There was quite a pause because of DreamHack, because Virtus Pro, they had to travel and everything. But now we're here. Hellraisers, they're coming from the loser bracket. VP Polar, they prevailed in the winner bracket. And now 2 games ahead. The third one might come right now. But Hellraisers, we saw it last game. They're very adamant about trying. Like, they didn't even GG out in the 40k experience and gold lead, so why would they give up here? Gorak is going to play the Doom in the offlane on the Radiant side. In the mid, we're going to have Aphonia on the Brewmaster. Artis playing the Slark, got them on the Rubik, and the last in the bunch is, of course, Mr. Dread here on the Disruptor.
Currently heading towards the offlane, FNG going to be playing on the Earthshaker, and looks like it actually is going to be an offlane dual lane with ES and Batrider. Mag going to be playing on that hero, mid puck handled by DK Phobos, and safe lane dual lane. Lil going to be playing on the Skywrath Mage, and Illidan Storm Rage on his signature Anti-Mage.
Yep, that's pretty much it. And, well, as I said, this is a lot of Anti-Mage today. Of course, that requires him to get a nice start. When it comes to killing the anti-mage... What?
Oh, just an interesting move by Ilden that I don't see a lot of players do. He's taking away all of these trees here, away from the Doom to reduce the ability of the Doom to soak experience. I quite like it. I think it's a good use of your time when you start it with this Quelling Blade.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, usually you see, like, at least cutting through one of the trees there, like, to get, like, a passage through, like, one of these lines, so sometimes the supports can sneak in and out for initiations, but sure, if you have a Quelling Blade, getting rid of those trees for some more vision and everything, why not?
Yeah, for sure. And they'll secure the bounty rune for Anti-Mage. Skywrath Mage going to be running the pole. For now, we don't really have much to talk about, but in theory, this lane for Doom isn't going to be that great, and I expect Goritz to be forced into the jungle pretty soon. He might be able to get level 2, maybe 3, but at that point, Skywrath Mage Harass is just going to prove a little bit too much for him. Mid lane's more or less a wash. I expect it to be one of these offlaners to give up our first blood. Telekinesis into the Pounce, and then the Glimpse to follow it up, or any combination of those 3 spells into the Batrider could spell the end of Mag's life.
Right now, but oh my god, they knew the Rubik has like the bottom rune, and Mag is doing the right thing, staying completely passive here, but that might have been like the start they were looking for. What you said, telekinesis into Pounce, and then even having the Klims available, but the Disruptor tried to Klims him, but the level 1 range is so low. 600 is really not much.
It isn't. But Batrider is going to go straight up into the jungle. He does have the first point up into Firefly, and an Earthshaker did go for a little stack for him, so that is going to help him out a bit. Looking for the vision block in mid. It's going to connect onto the Brewmaster, connects him onto the wrong side of it, so Affinage should be able to make it back towards his tier 1 tower and be just fine. If FNG gets a block that's like at this angle, or maybe this angle, probably is our first blood.
Yeah, at least close to it. The downside is, of course, the Brewmaster only had 1 share Tango, which you already used, but you got the bottle right after, so he doesn't care. Like, everything is pretty much restored to full HP, and he can just continue on the lane. Now we have another lag. Please, no pause gaming today.
I sure hope that we don't, but either way, we are going to have a reconnect from Slark, and hopefully that fixes things. For now, the safe lanes are going pretty much as expected. Doom going to the jungle, and Batrider going to the jungle. So 2 lanes are going to be completely uncontested. It's going to free up the supports to look for stacks and a little bit of experience inside the woods, or potentially some rotations. Who has the better roaming? I'd say that's VP Polar, just because they have the better damaging supports. Between Skywrath Mage and Earthshaker, Rubik and Disruptor eventually can do a decent amount, but not at level 1 to 3.
Yep, absolutely. And well, we have to see. I mean, this is Slark versus Anti-Mage, and we saw something similar today where the Slark was actually in a direct man fight, like winning. That was the funny part. He also went for never mind. Actually, I'm talking Turtle Bullcrap. It was the Void in a man fight, but still, Slark is definitely able to do something against the Anti-Mage. But when it comes to like not being like fully 6-slotted, when we like have the end game scenario, like this Slark is very, very vulnerable against mana burn, so we have to see how Artis can prevail against the Anti-Mage. So far, there's no one even in the top lane, which means the Anti-Mage is just happy. Look, he's even farming the small camp right now, because why not? Like, he doesn't want to risk going under that tier 1 tower. It's a waste of time. You're not going to get much out of it, and the creep wave will automatically push in anyway when the tower is just pushing it forward. And the Skywrath Mage is just, I don't know, hanging around, not getting any XP or CS.
Yeah, and well, for now it is just going to be an incredibly passive game. Going to that tier 1 tower is probably pretty safe for the Anti-Mage since the Doom has left, but they don't know that for sure yet. Doom was sitting in the way for the first bit of this game, and he's going to take his level 2 very quickly. Just 1 creep away from that, whatever that creep may be, should be able to snag his completed level 2 and get Scorched Earth available to him. For now, Slark's still disconnected, so we don't know if Artis is going to come back or win, is probably the better way to put it.
By the way, educate me. Like the Twitch chat, all this like Gamburger stuff. Does that mean like Gamburgers is American, right? That's supposed to be like American stuff.
It's okay. Yeah, it's like a slang for American. It's supposed to be derogatory. You stupid Gamburger.
Okay. Oh, okay. No, I get it. So actually, that goes only to you because I'm not American, so it's all cool.
It's fine. I
be
kind of
offended,
Grandis. Yes, I am offended.
Very much. But also the last game I heard that, but like culture is from Estonia, I'm from Germany, so like there were no Gamburgers. That didn't really make sense.
No, it doesn't.
But I mean, Twitch chat. When does Twitch chat make sense anyway? It's Twitch chat. It's like hell in chat form.
Yeah, especially if you have more than 2,000 viewers, it gets really, it gets like this, uncontrollable.
Actually, I had to put the chat on like 15-second slow mode when we had like 19k viewers because that was just out of control. Like the chat lines per second just exploded.
Yeah, you just
have... Usually on our channels, there's like freedom of speech. People can do everything unless they post some kind of, I don't know, squishy links where you don't want to click on because your computer might explode, or it's, I don't know, hired by the FBI or KGB, something like that. But everything else is just fine. But still, like the chat speed was just too insane.
Yep. Well, for now,
it's like reboot.
Yep. We had one of those earlier today as well. So hopefully we'll get back into this game. Not a whole lot to talk about as far as what's actually going on. We're in for another passive start, which is quite shell-shocking. I'm not sure if that's a great way to put it. After our, 9 kills at 2 minutes that we saw earlier today? Completely different Russian Dota.
Yeah, we got totally spoiled in this game. I mean, I'll probably have seen it in CIS Dota, but like not in my recent casts. Like 9 kills within 2 minutes, and then even after that we had tons of games, but we didn't keep track of the cover per minute. The last game was just the magical number, the 2-2-3, 3-2-2, like the other way around. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, so far the games, all of them have been sort of special with either nice drafts, nice turnarounds, or unexpected wins, or unexpected domination. Because, as I said, Hellraisers, they don't strike me as a really, really bad team. Like, I've seen performances of them against other teams, and they crushed even some known names out there. But VP Polar, the last game, like, that was, usually I'm not a Twitter freak, but when I tweet something, it's mostly quite significant. And yeah, I had to tweet this screenshot. It was just too much. Too much.
Well, Slark is back into this game, and hopefully we will be able to start it back up so we can actually see how these lanes work out. It's a minute and a half into the game, and we've pretty much covered who's in what lane, and honestly, these lanes' killing potential is now not there because they're 3v1 for the most part.
Yep, but let's see. I mean, he reconnected, so come on, give us Artes. Play with us. We're here to play. We don't bite.
Well, we're here to watch as well, and right now we're watching a screenshot.
A screenshot, yeah. But it's kind of a weird screenshot with that stupid gray thing in front of your face.
Absolutely. Also, like, Brewmaster is kind of like floating on these stairs. He's like, I'm not sure how you'd ever get into that posture. He's skipping.
It looks strange, yeah? It does.
Also, his back is kind of all contorted and stuff, too. Packet loss. Yeah. That looks like a nasty word, but I don't think it is.
No, it's not negro. It's nego. Internet die Lager gut.
Yeah, I don't know this language.
I don't know. I have a lot of problems like reading that stuff when it's not in Cyrillic, because Cyrillic is way easier for me. But I don't know. They're just fall from back, reconnecting, packet loss. I'm checking my own ping right now, and I got 0 packet loss, 67 ms. That's quite high for me, because usually I have like 20 to 30 maximum.
But you're a spoiled European.
Yeah.
I'll just throw that out there. Like,
what's your usual ping? Like on a European server?
On EU, it's like 200.
Oh, Jesus. Well, yeah. That's the Texan internet.
Well, even like US servers, it's like 100 down to 20. I don't know, but I play on EU a lot more than I play on US East. I play solo on US servers, but I don't know, most of my friends are in Europe, so. Yeah,
I mean, in Texas, things are anyway different. Like, if you shoot 3 horses in Texas, that is automatically package loss. I mean, 3 packages lost.
Interesting. I didn't know about this. I'm learning more and more about Texas every day.
I know, there's so many stereotypes about Texas, and none of them are true. But
Yeah,
when
I
I
think
hear
it's like
Texas,
so funny that like people actually they legitimately think that we ride horses to school and stuff. I think that's hilarious.
yeah, I know, but I love to play on those
Oh yeah, yeah.
stereotypes. When I hear
It's
Texas, for me, it's everything is horses and cowboys, tons of Republican, Ku Klux Klan, burning black people,
oh
all that
dear.
stuff. That's Texas,
That took a
like with
dark
all the
turn really
stereotypes.
quickly. Um,
Yeah, but that's how people, I don't know, maybe think about it, but it's totally
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. Maybe in West Texas, but I'm
Ah, see,
yeah.
there is something.
There definitely is. West Texas gets a little crazy. Them country folk.
But I mean, come on, like I mean, I can't deny it. Like I'm German by birth, so people always, I don't know, put certain stereotypes on me as well. So, and to be honest, when it comes to history, we have like kind of a burden to carry automatically. I mean, Germany is an awesome country and everything for people that like it. I mean, I don't like it. That's why I don't live there anymore. But for those who like it, it's definitely nice. But it carries a lot of weight with it, especially when it comes to history. Something you will never overcome in the next, I don't know, 5 generations or so. Even my children, if they ever speak somewhere German to someone, I mean, they're gonna grow up with like 3 or 4 or 5 languages. But if they speak German somewhere, then everybody will be like, ah, yeah, the Germans, the Germans.
Well, people are asking about the HUD in chat. I just posted the link. It is a mod for Dota, and you can use cosmetic mods without getting in trouble with VAC, so there's no issues there.
Oh, the HUD? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called the Outworld Destroyer HUD. And no, we don't have like a package or something like this. We did that manually for all the casters in HeflaTV. We're gonna use this because like our logo and everything is in fancy green, and that's why we have the Outworld Destroyer HUD. Actually, it's the other way around. Actually, we used the HUD first, and from there on, we just used to, I don't know, use everything in green. So it kind of started there.
It's quite pretty, but right now it is a little bit broken, like the backgrounds on like attack damage and stuff, that's not there. And I'm not sure if I really dig this snail.
What snail?
Yeah, look up, okay, so on your item slots, look above the first item slot, there's a snail.
Aye, true. I never seen this before. You're right.
How long have you been using this HEG?
I don't know, half a year already.
Uh,
I've never seen. What is a snail doing on the Outworld Destroyer HUD? I don't get that even.
I think it's a recolor and rework of the Direstone HUD. And that has a snail.
Ah,
So, there
okay,
you have
that
it.
makes sense. Well, you see, I'm always discovering new things. Like every time I cast with someone else, Coucher, Mike, you, like our pause, like experience is always different.
Yep. Mine are usually most awkward, because I don't really have much to talk about.
Yeah, you're like with Mike, I actually have like tons of trash talk to go for. Tons of trash talk. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, that one game where we had like 45 minutes pause, we were constantly talking just completely, yeah, BS all the way. The muesli bar was born there ever since. They actually, some few are still coming along for games and they're like, Hefla, I want a muesli bar. What do we have now? Prino Sims Voi is Grenia is Venia Gaspoda.
That face on
Smiley.
the minimap was quite good, but then it exploded.
Well, I hope that means something good, whatever they're writing here. And Artist is actually saying G, so we're going back to the game. I mean, I lost completely my train of thought about this. We're only 1.5 minutes in here. This is the third game in the Yardrat Festival finals here. Let's see. You find back into the game, and I just join whatever you're gonna say next.
Fair enough. Well, we don't really have a huge amount to talk about. Goddamn is going to pick up some Sentry Wards, hoping to take away this forward away from the Dire team, but honestly it doesn't matter, since Batrider isn't even there. We're currently in a super passive state. Let's see if these 2-minute rune spawns are going to accomplish much. Nice block off coming out from FNG to secure himself the bounty rune, but now potentially a little bit of trouble. They do have a glimpse, and they will be able to pull him back into the loving arms of Afoninj. With clap crit, that's going to be our first blood.
Yep, good news for Hellraisers here. Finally, they make a good start into a game that is desperately needed after the first one. So, nice little first blood here. Afonia That should give him the edge in the mid, I guess, even though the puck was all the time present while he was going for that drone. So overall, they're going to be about the same XP. But still, the gold for Aphonia, that's definitely good news.
Yeah, it definitely is. Anti-Mage, however, is out-farming the Slark pretty handily, and honestly, I don't know why. I suppose it's because he does have a huge wave underneath his tower that he hasn't been able to farm, but he's already missed a handful of these CS under his tower. So Anti-Mage is getting ahead as far as the safe lane farmers are concerned. He'll be able to get that one, but still, advantage towards VP Polar in that respect, so that first blood really isn't super impactful as far as this entire game is concerned.
Yep, we have to see. 3 minutes in, Aphonia. You think he's going directly for like that Blink Dagger rush on him, or we see some sort of like core brew like we saw him in the last some weeks where we go for, I don't know, even arcane boots into floods, and maybe the Blink Dagger if the game goes well, not a Blink Dagger if it's not going well, so more of like a core and tanky panda. That might happen, but still, I like to see the Blink Dagger always as like a core item on the Brewmaster. Without it, it just feels so naked.
Yeah, I think he might go for a boots upgrade, whether that's PTs or Arcanes. I'm not sure that matters much before he goes into the Blink. But I think he does need to get that Blink Dagger ASAP. If this is a Midas brew before the Dagger, I think that's definitely a mistake. Or if he goes for even like a Vlad's, which is a great item to have on brew, the power of a Blink Clap Split initiation is just a little too strong to pass up.
Yep, and actually he's going quite aggressive on DK Phobos now. Gets the clap in, but it's only a level 2 clap, so not too impressive. The orb was dodged, and how is it actually looking in the mid? Like at the moment it's 23 versus 15, so DK Phobos definitely doing a way better job. You already compared the Slark to the Anti-Mage, and Anti-Mage at the moment leading with 37 CS over 28 on the Slark, even though Artes has sort of free farm on that bottom lane as well, but the Anti-Mage is just doing way better because he's also getting the side farm, which the Scarif Mage is providing for him all the time, and that means, yeah, we're gonna see a very nice, fast Battle Fury out of this Anti-Mage.
We really will. And that is a little bit inflated, that raw CS number, because some of those camps are from the side pulls, and he did just clean up 2 little skeletons summoned by the Doom, but it is still faster farm for him, comfortably at the top of the net worth chart. If you take a look, the actual difference is about 600 gold.
Yeah, so it's not too much, but still it's quite a lot for like 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes in 5 minutes now. But let's see, we have a rotation in the mid, like the Rubik here using the nighttime to get there, but I think DK Phobos, he spotted it out, especially on the high ground now. There is Mac, and Mac was scouting with that sticky napalm. If they find the Rubik might be in a bad position, but goddamn it, he's just looking into mid. Now he's silenced, and oh my god, he's just so that like the Panda even has to go back. There is no level 6 on him, so he can't split out, which means he has to break the Dream Coil, and that is automatically death for him.
Yeah. Now, even though Hellraiser's got the first blood, it's Virtus Pro Polar striking back and in a big way. Batrider is going to be rushing towards his Blink, and is going to have a huge stack to farm up. Unfortunately for him, there's a stack of Mud Golems, but even so, that's 3 stacks farmable with Firefly, and he'll make that, at the very least, a 3-stack large camp before he actually uses the Firefly and Napalm to farm this up. Blink Dagger's going to be coming out at what feels like 7 to 8 minutes for Mac.
Yep, absolutely, and well, it's pretty slowing down. We have to see though, Brewmaster back to the lane, but DK Phobos, I'm waiting for him to actually get a TP scroll and go into another lane like as soon as that Dream Coil is off, because right now I think they could get easy kills pretty much everywhere on the lane except for the Slark. Oh, but there was FNG going for the Bounty Rune. He was glimpsed back shortly before, but he still managed to get that drone. That's of course nice for FNG on Earthshaker. Earthshaker is one of those heroes where you always lack CS and always lacking the experience. So just sticking around is just another solution. You need that farm. Blink Dagger, Echo Slam, something that you really want, but that takes ages on Earthshaker.
For sure. Haystrom picked up by DK Phobos, potentially an opening for a little bit of aggression, although he will need a little bit more mana to get his full combination off. Level 6 is also there for the Brewmaster, but up against DK Phobos, it's unlikely that the split's actually going to need a kill. I think the worst case scenario for DK Phobos is it forces out the Illusion Orb and the Jaunt. If that's on cooldown and there's some other support rotation, like a lift from the Rubik, could throw a wrench into that plan. But DK Phobos, now with the Haste Rune, they're going to make the jump onto the Brewmaster instead. Silence from the Scarlet Mage is a little bit far away, but they need it. Fissure to open up, looking for the Silence. Dream Coil opens, he is going to get Silence mid-animation, but no more burst damage. It's going to mean Brewmaster's just fine. Glimpse on the puck, very short distance, and with the Haste Rune, he will also escape.
Yep, that was kind of unexpected. I mean, VP Polar really wanted to force it, but then again, they were I think, smart enough to not go for it, because that would have been very interesting. Gotham was there in the region, which they didn't know, but they saw at least the Disruptor coming in. The Disruptor, pretty decent in level here. 7 minutes in, he's 4 levels at the moment. Like, as soon as he's level 6, that's kind of a dangerous, time for VP Polar, especially when it comes to the puck. Because the puck right now, even if he jumps in, he's just standing there with like 800 HP, not even, and then being silenced. Brewmaster alone should be enough for a kill if they get the setup.
Illidan's Storm Rage is farming up a complete storm. If we look at him, he's already at above 10 CS a minute at 8 minutes in. This is incredible. If any of you wanted to learn how to farm on Anti-Mage, if you take a look at this game from Illidan, he's pretty much writing the book.
Yep, and Gotham actually went here for the Rubik, or actually the other way around, but now he's Klim's back and won't be enough to kill off the Rubik. Even the illusions, nope, it just won't be enough. So DK Phobos really wanted to turn it around, but in the end the Klims is solving that issue. The Doom, what is the Doom going for? I think we're gonna see Midas Gaming on the Doom as well, and Artis also saved up a lot of gold, and I think, what do I think? I'm not quite sure, maybe this is a dagger.
Dying. Yeah, Brewmaster's dead.
Jesus Christ, I even missed that, and oh my god, goddamn, he's slow, maybe even more, and he used the Dream Coil just to secure it. The Disruptor also in an awkward position, he disconnected, and that is of course very bad news, because right now, I think they have everything they need to kill him. Just the right click should be enough. The only thing he could do against it is Kinetic Field, because Klims is already on cooldown, so I just don't see it happening, especially since he's standing in fire.
Yeah, I really don't, and he's gynecology. I don't think that's bad-mannered at all. Dread probably would have been caught out even if he didn't disconnect, but this way they're just going to chase him down. Sticky Napalm, one more stack of that, and they just need a little bit more damage. Can they find it? Fissure, not enough mana for that from the Earthshaker. He's going to TP out. The Kinetic Field comes through, but not before the Disruptor dies himself. Doom up into the air, now with the pounce onto DK Phobos. Puck is going to be paying the piper for that kill, and now Mag is being pursued. Gord's incredibly fast with
phase snare.
They will net him down, and there you go.
Yeah, he was just waiting for it, but I thought like, okay, maybe he's forgetting about it, but no, they just wanted to wait. I mean, there would have been a pounce ready, and of course, Ensnare plus pounce, that's the easiest pounce to hit. So yeah, Hellraisers, at least they strike back a tiny bit here in the mid. Getting that kill on the puck was definitely worth it, but overall, all this is again happening while the Anti-Mage is having everything but the Broadsword at 9 minutes, which means if everything goes fine for him, we might see a 11-12 minutes Battle Fury, and that's pretty fast.
That's a fast Battle Fury even if you naked rush it. He has shreds on top of that. This is absurd farm. Like, it's actually the freest of free farm anti-mages you're ever going to see. Slark's not farming poorly at all, but he's going for a Shadow Blade. I can't say that I like this choice, but it's kind of necessary. He needs to keep up this aggression and look for kills and really put the screws to Virtus Pro Polar. If this Shadow Blade doesn't get him 3 kills, Artis is probably completely out of this game. I can't say completely out of this game, but his team is going to be at a disadvantage.
Yeah, absolutely. Artis, he saved up like 2k gold, and I wasn't sure what that is. Is that a Blink Dagger? Is that a Midas? But in the end, it's gonna be a Shadow Blade. Actually, the build I don't prefer, but we had the same coming out by Illidan last game. Still, I just don't like it. But in the mid, we have Blink Daggers up, actually on both heroes, and they want to find Goddamn here. But there's a Telekinesis holding in place for now, but with the Dream Coil, I think that's about it. Even though Batrider taking tons of damage here, he breaks the Dream Coil, and is there a Klims back or anything like that? No, now it's coming, and he's landing directly into a Kinetic Field with the Doom being silenced. I mean, they get the Disruptor kill, but what they need is Artis finding the pounds, and I think it's gonna happen. Or he's not even using it. Right now they're coming in, there is the Lasso used on Gorak, that's one kill, but the Brewmaster split, that's a guaranteed kill on Mac and Artis. He's even following up on FNG. That is a really, really bad fight for VP Polar at the moment, and the Skyrath Mage, he's trying to get that kill on Goddamn, is successful, but I think he has to pay for it. Artis is coming from the other side, and of course he's slowed, so this is a 4-on-3 trade.
Yeah, which is acceptable for Hellraisers, but it's not a clear win because Anti-Mage is farming throughout the entire time. That's your 11-minute Battle of Fury treads, as well as another 500 gold on top of it. Illidan, it feels like he's not really going to be stoppable by Hellraisers. They need a blink on this Doom if they actually want to catch him out.
Yep, absolutely, they need. And I mean, so far, Hellraisers, they focus on the aggression that's coming out by VP Polar in the mid or the bottom lane. But yeah, as you already said, the Anti-Mage is farming, and he doesn't even think about doing anything else. Like, we are 11 or 12 minutes into the game now. He has a Battle Fury plus 800 gold on top, and the next thing he buys is a Ring of Basilos, which means we're gonna see a Vladimir's on Illidan here as well. The lifesteal, of course, is pretty cool, because if he keeps on farming in that pace, we're gonna see Anti-Mage being able to get Roshan easily at, I don't know, 50 minutes, maximum 20 minutes into the game.
That's also your Blink Dagger picked up by the Puck. Virtus Pro Polar, even after taking a subpar fight, down 1 kill as far as the raw numbers are concerned, they still get their key items up, which is scary. Hellraisers use pretty much everything they have and they win the fight. But I don't think it's really enough. Now Puck with the Blink Silence Initiation can feasibly get kills on Hellraiser's side pretty easily, especially now that he has the maxed out Illusion Orb as well as the Waning Rift. This is one of Puck's little peaks, and let's see if he's going to be able to make a jump happen onto the Brew.
Yeah, I mean, they have, again, the Dream Coil, they have the Batrider who's also sticking around. Mac, he didn't really find the lasso in the last fight, but that doesn't mean he doesn't find the next one. However, in the mid we have 3 people directly around the tier 1 tower, and maybe even the 4th one if, say, the Doom.
Bottom, Lil going to turn with the Silence, and now the Fissure kills off the Slark. He was looking for such an aggressive pickoff behind that tier 1 tower, and Lil makes a turn.
Well, that was a bit too aggressive, like, artist aggressive, aggressive. That was kind of a mix of both. Either way, that's a dominating given away by the Slark. That's of course bad news in comparison. I mean, we always been comparing the, I don't know, the anti-mage to the Slark, and that doesn't make it any better because the Illidan is yet to die. Like, this guy is at the moment just not in this game. 000. 000, that's his stats at the moment. The only thing that is really climbing in numbers is his GPM, and it's not funny anymore. Like, he's finding the typical Chinese Dodo anti-mage style. It's just crazy.
It's actually insane. He's doubling up the CS of the Slark, and that's a lot due to the way that they're playing. But Illidan, he's playing Farm Simulator. Like, he's just not going to stop. This is... It's scary. I don't have another word for it.
It's really scary, yeah. It's for a lack of better words. But now we have a smoking here. Is there... Oh, the Doom doesn't have anything to initiate, but oh, beautiful kinetic field. 2 of them are in. FNG's Echo Slam won't do too much. Artist actually being super low at the moment, but Mac can't really do anything. And now there is the Doom coming out just to finish him off, but Artist being stuck here, pounds out, Shadow Blade, everything is on cooldown. Nope. This is a horrible fight in the end. Afonia still managed to do at least something on the Earthshaker, but that's about it. The puck is coming in the background. Double Waning Rift. Gotham is pretty much dead already, and now Afonia might be the next one to die. Well, he has to run, but is there another Arcane Bolt in a bit? And oh god, Anti-Mage coming through. He doesn't even use the Mana Void. He's like, no, I need that one later.
He didn't even get the last hit. Illidan, he wanted that kill, and he wanted it pretty bad, but he'll get his tier 1 tower and some extra CS and mid off of it. At this
but he ruined his stats with this, you know? Like,
Yeah.
now he's 0-0-1. He got an assist, so he's not a good farmer anymore. He should have stayed in the jungle.
You should have. You definitely should have stayed in the jungle. He's gonna get a tower stat, and I suppose that's kind of nice. Rubik gets Blink, and this is one of the best and one of the most reliable spells to steal as a Rubik. Blink Away will keep Illidan safe, and it's back to his jungle, getting up some more items, and we're well on our way towards an incredibly fast Manta style for him. Okay, so right now, if you look at his farm, take away the Vlads, take away all his bank gold, that's good anti-mage farm. 50-minute Battle Fury treads, that's fine. But, oh my god, that's a Yasha on top of the Vlads.
Oh, but Batrider Mac, the pounds here, but he's on the low ground still. He's going down. The Shadow, the Shadow, not the Shadow. Jesus, what am I saying? The Dark Pact is actually reaching to the low ground, killing him here. I just wanted to say the Shadow Pact. Shadow Pact. How do I get Shadow Pact?
Shadow Dance? Dark
Shadow
Pact?
Dance, Shadow Pact, yeah, I guess there it is. And I've been talking about Roshan all the time and the Vladimirs, and now you see it. Illidan is going for the Rosh, and Rosh can't really do anything.
Yeah, it's not the fastest of Roshans, but it's pretty secure. With the Quelling Blade giving you that amplified damage against Rosh, I think he's going to have to ship away his poor man's shield for this Aegis. He's going to blink out of the pit. They know that he was doing this, and now things get a little bit sketchier for him. Although Hellraisers don't have a great team at killing the Roshan themselves, so Illidan, if he finds the smallest of openings...
Like, Hellraisers, if they go into Roshan, they're just gonna get obliterated by VP Polar, but VP Polar, if they actually go around here, they might be able to, I don't know, bait something out. At the moment, well, Afonia is standing invisible under a sentry wall, and there's, oh my god, all that damage already coming out. He's somehow still alive, but the Flame Break should just take him over, yes. That's pretty much it. So in the end, without the Brewmaster, you can pretty much cancel that fight. The show is over.
Yeah, and now the show begins for Illidan. Into the Roshan pit again. He's going to be able to comfortably take himself a secondary life, and still able to maintain the farm since he's been farming the Ancients in the meantime. Like, Illidan's not slowing down for anything. That's a Midas on your Scarth Mage, even after the Urnal Talisman Boots upgrade. Lil is poised to get a lot of levels in farm of the Scarth. Honestly, if I just looked at this game, I would half expect this to be a mid-Scarth Mage. He's leveling like one.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, at the start, he wasn't even getting the experience from the side pulls. We just gave that all to the anti-mage. But since VP Polar, like, had so good fights, so decent fights, that, yeah, he just fed upon all these Hellraiser players. That's where he got his gold from. Like, when he got killed the first time, the Scarab Mage, he was on a dominating streak. He only died once. He lost his dominating right there, but he's on the way back to a new killing spree. So that's how you get your Midas, and once you got your Midas, it's good for a support. He's not in any pressure. He can just continuously farm up.
And now, Anti-Mage, that he has this Aegis, can comfortably farm anywhere on this map. Take a look at their map vision. They have a deep ward inside the enemy woods. That's pretty much all that you need to secure Illidan his life. Even if they doom him, I think that's really the only way they're going to kill him once. Killing him twice is a completely different story. Again, we're going to see a time where he's able to farm the enemy Ancients, and now Artis also dropping low. Isn't going to be able to connect with him. 400 HP, he's just going to casually steal the entire stack.
Illidan, he doesn't care. Haste run on him and everything, but Artis, he doesn't have enough mana for another pounce. Like, that might have been an opportunity to get rid of the Aegis, but Aphonia was also, like, too slow to get in there. So in the end, it's not really working. But bottom line, they want to get the Doom, and they found him, at least under the lasso, pulling him under the tower. FNG coming in, Echo Slam first, and they don't even need the rotations. Look, Puck and Skyrath Mage, you're too late for this show. It's already done. It's over. Doom is down. Easy going by two supports here.
Definitely. And these four heroes, they can comfortably fight the enemy team 4v5. And it's just not looking great for them. Slark's still able to maintain a decent amount of farm, as is the Doom. Mostly based on the way that their heroes work, but Anti-Mage, he's poised to strike, he's jumping in on the Artist, doesn't get the Mana Void off, but he's completely tapped out mana, can't even use his ulti. Goddamn, dropping too low. They are going to throw up Anti-Mage into the air, and he can't do anything about that. For now, nobody's died. But that's probably going to change pretty darn soon. They'll stun up FNG. Illidan looking for the blink forward is going to find himself Dread. He looks at the creep wave, wants to farm it, but decides that Dread's a tastier biscuit to look for. He's going to blink forward, 1-2 auto attacks, and then the Mana Void. Going to be the end of his life. Cleaving down the creep wave, decides against going for those CS, but in the end, Illidan just can't do anything.
Yeah, and the Brewmaster, he was pursued by all the others. So in the end, Illidan going for the solo show, and the Brewmaster getting killed by the rest of the team. They blink on the tier 1 tower. Illidan, he can keep on going in the mid. His Aegis is still up for a while. He can put pressure on that tier 2 tower, and Jesus Christ, Artis finds pretty much the rest of the crew, but I don't think he wants to go in there. Then again, he has Shadow. Yeah, he has Shadow then, so why not going for it? He's popping it, but now he has to get the hell out of here. That's the biggest problem. Pounce maybe to the low ground, but in the end, oh god, he's losing so much. He's removing all the debuffs, but it doesn't matter. The right clicks are real. That was not worth it.
No.
Like, your core, your farming core for FNG on an Earthshaker, nope. That's a bad trade.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's no other way to cut it. I was mesmerized by Anti-Mage just farming away, taking tier 2 tower now with an Illusion Rune as well. Illidan, yeah, there's nothing stopping him. They'll lift the tower at 8 HP. He's going to stick around for this last hit. They're trying to deny him.
Oh, we have a Doom on Mac, and Mac is definitely down, and, well, at least that's something, but of course, you already said it. Oh, never mind. On the Doom, they're gonna turn it around here with the Dream Coil, but Gorak, quite tanky with the Scorched Earth up and a bottle ticking, so I guess they're gonna go for the tier 1 tower, but look at Illidan, with all those illusions, like, you are not prepared. That's for sure. Like, I mean, he's gonna get the tier 3 tower, the cliff already being down, because actually, I think they expected the tier 1 tower bottom to fall, but I don't know. At the moment, yeah. I don't know. Like, how can you stop this Anti-Mage? I just don't see how.
I don't either. Like, Anti-Mage, I don't think it matters what his next item is. It should be Heart, and that's probably where he's going to be building towards his item. He's going to be sitting around, waiting for his next blink, trying to get up to the high ground. Can't quite make it there with that blink, but he's found himself a creep wave. Actually, it's going to be one-shot Basher. This is greedy by Illidan, don't get me wrong, but if you're sitting at 21.5 minutes on a Manta-style Battle Fury Vlad's Power Treads Basher, game isn't so hard. Even though he has a limited HP pool, he's level 18.
To be honest, I think when it comes to Dota stats and stats history, we did a great favor today for like all the stats representation out there, because like this game, like the GPM of that anti-mage is definitely gonna boost the stats overall. And since we had so many anti-mages today, it's also getting quite interesting. But now we have Illidan versus Artes, but Artes with the like a Shadow Blade against this anti-mage, it's just not scary at all. It's not scary.
If he had like an Orchid, maybe, just maybe, there's some killing potential there. But
no, there's the Manta. Like,
yeah,
even that
I suppose that's right.
He has to somehow force the Manta out of the anti-mage, then Orchid him to prevent that he's somehow getting out there. It's just not working. And besides that, he's just lacking damage. Like, the anti-mage will just turn around and then mana void him. That's... No, it's not working. But tier 1 tower is going to fall in bottom, and there's nothing that's going to happen on Hellraiser's side. To be honest, it feels just like game number 2. Like they are back in a position where they can't do anything. But at least it's not a ruffle stomp as we had it in the last game. This time they actually have a chance here to take some decent fights. But still, like as long as that anti-mage is finding that kind of farm, I just don't see it happening. Like we have Illidan now joining the train here. Bottom. They want to go for a tier 2 tower. Cliff being used, of course, after tier 1 tower. It was available again. But still, like, if they really want to go for a trade here, Hellraisers versus VPP Polar, I think Hellraisers, you're going to lose. Because the damage is way, way higher on VPP Polar's side.
It really is. Illidan is a wrecking ball. If he groups up with this team, I don't think there's really anything stopping them. They are lacking a Blink Dagger on FNG, but they have plenty of other ways to start the fights. They're going to swing towards mid and look towards those barracks. It's in the range barracks that they focus, just to ensure that they get something. The Glyph is still on cooldown, and Illusions are going to mop it up. They fissure up Artist, blink forward Lasso. They found themselves, goddammit, my goodness, going to be 2-shotted up by the anti-mage, actually 3. But Doom onto DK Phobos is at least going to give them something, but the Echo Slam from the low ground, it's going to be enough. Mana Void, triple kill, ultra kill for Illidan. Brewmaster the only one surviving, and he's inside his ultimate. That is probably going to save him, but Illidan wants to stop it, thrown up into the air. Illidan is going to be taking a little bit of a ride, but the melee barracks are going to fall.
Yep, that's not just one Rex, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, there are no buybacks, and why would they stop right now? I don't see why they would stop. Like, they can just keep on going, and yeah, Anti-Mage, Illidan, in the front lines, they're going for it. I mean, gladly on Hellraisers, the respawn timers are pretty low, but at the moment even, the vector protection is kicking in, so they have to push out the creep wave. This one creep actually is gonna disable it, but yeah, they're not gonna pursue it. Virtus Pro, Polar here, they are playing very carefully, even though I think there's no need for it. Yeah. Because the last fight just represented how it would look like if there's an all-out fight.
Illidan is nearing 1,000 GPM, I want to say. It's not pretty, I must say.
No, I haven't even looked into the graphs after that 40k lead in last game. I'm scared to actually look into the graphs. But right now we're looking at what is that, almost 20k lead. But now we found a lasso, and Jesus Christ, that Doom just, ouch,
ouch,
ouch.
Yeah.
I mean, he was there, and the next second he wasn't. So he kind of got erased from the game.
There just wasn't anything to do. Abyssal Blade. Rip. That's it. Illidan's going back to farming. Currently sitting at 322 CS. Stop farming, Illidan. You've made it. Aw, garbage. You killed another mud golem.
Yep. But Artes maybe finding Mac here. That might be a little sunshine in Hellraiser's game, but TP out. Is it enough damage? One more right click is needed, but now there's a Yule Scepter on the Scarab Mage. Do we have a silence? A stun in the Mystic Flare, but he still has the Shadow Dance if he needs to. He's definitely making it out here, it seems. The urn up, but, well, that is, I don't know, Mr. Scarab Mage, that is very optimistic to go for anything more than... That was a waste of a charge, but now, oh, there's the stolen, the stolen slow in the end, and whoa, is he actually using that Brewmaster ultimate for that kill? I can't even believe that, but they want to go for more, because here, FNG being pretty low, Artes now, oh my god, he's blocked in completely, and they just don't have the damage for Illidan at the moment. With all the illusions, he's just turning around, but now he's getting actually quite low Tornado, but Echo Slam on Afonyi here. FNG is the next one to die, but the Mana Void, like, it's just real, and the right clicks of DK Phobos gonna focus on Dread here, and now it's 2 versus 1 pretty much, and someone is still chasing Illidan here, and finally, Wicked streak is gone.
Okay, so that fight would have been really easy for VPP. But the Mana Void went onto the Slark, which is a whole lot of damage that could have been dropped in the enemy team. With 2 Ultimate Orbs, his Mana Pool is actually pretty good. But he actually Mana Voids the fire aspect of the Bruling ultimate. Anti-Mage still tries to go to town, and he lives through an entire Static Storm, which is impressive with no BKB and what have you. But eventually, Hellraisers, they find something. After that kill, Goretz, he now has himself a completed Aghanim Scepter. This game definitely not out of reach entirely for Hellraisers and looking a lot better than game number 2.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, at least we finally had some sort of like life sign from Hellraisers that they can win a fight, like when all the stars are aligned in, I don't know, Saturn, 100 unicorns, and a blue moon. But, well, I don't think they can replicate this. Or maybe I'm just pessimist again, so yeah, strike me as the pessimist caster. But, well, a lot of things went wrong for VP Polar in this fight. Still, it's all good. It's a nice swing, about, I don't know, 5k probably in one direction for Hellraisers, and that's a good thing. Artis, however, he still needs more damage. You saw it. I mean, they had the anti-mage blocked and locked down in the silence plus the kinetic field, and still he just turned around. He just didn't care. And his item choice actually is the reason he died. If he went for a hard instead of directly into the Abyssal, they would not have killed him in the last fight. He would have just klopped them all down. But the Abyssal played, sure, in his aggressive style till now, was the right choice to go for. But as I said, a hard instead would have made a difference. However, Hellraisers, they smell blood, they want to go for more, and Illidan is at the moment with a double damage, which is very dangerous, in Roshan. And do we see a go here? No! Earthshake is the one to initiate on, but does he get any spell off? No, he's dying first, and now the Doom is gone down before anything is coming on him. That's a 1-1 trade. Both of them actually buy back, but yeah, Illidan joined the fight, and well, the Brewmaster is probably gonna get that kill. Artes is actually finishing off. Illidan is flying in the air, but the puck is now instead cleaning up for him, and this is bad news. The Brewmaster coming back, and the Echo Slam just holding him. This buyback, definitely a value buyback. Still, Anti-Mage flying, but now he's like trying to get into this fight. There is the Doom, but the Doom still not cast. They need to do something. Anti-Mage, like, he actually escaped out of this. This was too hot for him. So it is, I don't know, 3 for 5 trade. 3 for 5 trade, if you take the buybacks into account. And of course, the bad news is Roshan is now open for Hellraisers.
This is actually the start of a potential comeback for them. Anti-Mage, if he had a BKB in that fight, it's completely different. Brewmaster was able to control him up. The Static Storm was really nice from Hellraisers, I must say. Keeping pretty much everybody from VPP from doing much of anything. Anti-Mage not going to blink into this pit. He's thinking about it. Slark gets the Aegis, so that's going to be the end of that. Batrider does get vision around it, but just a little too slow before they can go. And the items are coming out for Hellraisers. This game not out of reach yet. BKB now up for the Brewmaster is going to ensure that he's able to get that split a lot easier, unless he's lassoed and then brought down by an Abyssal Blade, which definitely could happen. And that Aghanim Scepter on the Doom proving to be really useful. So it's still anybody's game, and that's weird to say after such a ridiculous farming performance by Illidan. VP Polar, they need to tighten up the screws. The game is still in their advantage and still at their momentum, but they need to just make sure they don't do that again.
Yep, and you said it's like the start of a potential comeback. Actually, I would already call that a comeback, because right now we talk about a 10k gold swing and experience swing for Hellraisers, and with that tower and Roshan, of course, it's gonna be even a tiny bit more. And let's see, as I said, Hellraisers, they smell blood right now, and they want more. And I think it's good, because Virtus Pro seem to be in like this position where they're like, I don't know, like, we made some mistakes, let's not continue it. But the problem is, Gorek, oh, he wants to go on the Anti-Mage, but instant Abyssal Blade, what a misplay. He's just given it away. They should have just settled for a tier 2 trade, but instead, it's just gonna feed this away. Tier 2 tower will be gone, and instead they all have to, like, somehow either manually move back or TP to the base, like Virtus Pro having here, right there, the advantage. Gorek, that was just not the play you should go for.
It's really
big
not.
Question mark.
It's a dieback on Doom as well. He's not going to be available for this fight. The tier 3 tower is already dropped to 16 HP. They've already taken one set of barracks in mid, and this looks like it might be the second. Without that Doom, Illidan's just
and they're not even close
to
to defend right now. I mean, look at this. Like, Dread has to go manually back. Like, he has to walk. And this is, I mean, sure, you have the Aegis and everything, but your Doom just feeding this away, and Aphonia, oh, BKB in. They want to get the instantly the Skywrath Mage, but he's still somehow alive. They open on Mac here. Artis, he knows he can do everything, but the Echo Slam buying some time. Now they got the Brewmaster. Still, they want that to prevent that ultimate. So far, really successful, but now Gotham is the next one to fall. Mac is gonna finish him off. They still have so much available. The H is being popped. Artis is the one, but he doesn't get any damage in. He wants to go for that Earthshaker. In the end, Virtus.pro there to retreating, but let's see. FNG is probably gonna be victim of war here. Or casualty of war, however you want to call it, but look at this. Illidan, he doesn't care, he's just TPing and finishing off Gotham, and I think Gotham was a buyback, if I'm not mistaken. I guess they defend the base for now, but Jesus Christ, like throwing like a boss, I think.
Yeah, that potential comeback it's out the window now. Like it's...
Yeah. 2 towers, 2 racks, like a buyback again spent. And all that started with Gorak going solo on an anti-mage. I mean, seriously, going for an anti-mage that... and talking about it, Gorak spotted out, stunned, and that's it. Aphonian, no ultimate, no mana, no nothing. He has to run. Is there any slow, anything coming? Artis actually man-fighting against Illidan, and Illidan is saying, no, I'm not going for this. In the end, Artis is still trying to go for that Skywrath Mage, and the pounce might land. He still has a Yule Scepter to buy some time, but overall, I don't think he can buy it. He can't buy enough time, but Artis being found here, no Dark Pact, no mana, no nothing, and before the Mana Void, before the glimpse kicks in, the Mana Void is coming through. I think that's it. Doom out, no buyback. Slark out, he has buyback, but also with the Brewmaster having no, never mind, Brewmaster also has buyback. I think they have to use it on both cores, yeah. Otherwise Illidan is just gonna finish this.
Yeah, he's going down towards bottom, tier 3 tower being focused, double buyback now. This is time for them to fight. They have the Basher on the Slark, it's balls to the wall, they need to win. They need to win now.
Oh,
they
look,
back one, they found
here.
themselves a mag. They will be able to bring him down. Aphonage does have his ultimate up, but the Manta Illusions are already ripping apart the Rubik down to about half health. They forced out buybacks, they lose one on the retreat, but VP Polar, they can just go back to farm.
Yeah, I mean, the only upside of this entire fight was like getting Mag as like some little picnic kill, but still, like, both of your cores had to use the buyback just to defend the last racks, the racks you gave so easily away. I don't know, it's really bad. Like, I was hoping for the comeback, but yeah, the crafts, they almost recuperated to its previous states. We're heading again towards that 15 and even 20k when you look at the gold. And I don't know, Roshan is still taking ages, so let's see if Virtus.pro is like, yo guys, we're 2 games ahead here in a best of 5 final. We have kill advantage, XP and gold advantage. We are 2 wrecks ahead. Do we really sit back and go for a farm game and finish it off eventually, or do we just push and finish it? At the moment, I prefer the latter one, like just finish it. And I think they can. Illidan there, oh, he's going for it, but now he finds himself around 3, being doomed. That is also kind of a question mark, because he's going down, feeding a mega kill away, out for 100 seconds, and interesting. Oh, do we have a glimpse on the puck? That might be interesting. If he goes for a telekinesis, if he had it, 4 more seconds cooldown, so DK Phobos, no, he will make it out. That's the easy one, even though the Rubik is following up with the blink. But actually, the telekinesis is coming. Do we have the glimpse? Dread is coming. There's the glimpse, glimpsing him back, but no, it's still not happening. Static Storm available if they want to go for Artis finding the puck, but puck will just blink out. There has been a Fisher stolen, got them trying to go for the nice place, but it just didn't connect.
Puck, able to jaunt to his orb, is going to make it back to base, and although they don't know it, Anti-Mage doesn't have buyback. A little bit of miscalculation coming out from Illidan.
Look at the split push. Like, this curve mage being in the enemy base already, just pushing the creeps towards the tier 4 towers, and in the mid we also have, like, Mac pushing towards, so they can't commit to, like, going high ground on the Dire side, because they have to come back to somehow salvage their base.
Yeah. Even though Anti-Mage is down, it was a questionable move. They need a couple more of those. They are going to find themselves a poor Rubik. That's a gem, too. Yule Scepter going to secure the retreat. No, the level death going to cancel a TP of Lil. Forced that forward, however. Lasso into Goretz. Turning for a couple of Arcane Bolts. Doom is pretty darn tanky. They were trying to cliff him, but they won't be able to do so.
Nope, but Artis instead, he's gonna go for that Skywrath Mage. The Droogs are real for now, but Artis, no, you can't really trick him. The Pound's not connecting, but as soon as you get hit once with that Eye of Skadi, that's pretty much the end of it. So Mac is surviving the entire thing. Like, Gorg is not put on the cliff there, even though he wouldn't care too much. So close to the base, you can send easily a TP in there. I don't know. that play of the anti-mage was, I don't know, a potential throw of Virtus Pro, but in the end, they're still in a way better position. Look at it, tier 4 tower going down, the creeps work already on the next tier 4 tower. That's how it looks at the moment. That's what you get when you're 2 Rex down.
Yeah, it definitely is. Anti-mage is completely capped out, so VPP, they can't sit on this AM for much longer comfortably, since Illidan's not really going to get any stronger. He might eventually decide to replace, like, maybe get a heart instead of that Battle Fury, but honestly I think that's unlikely. He'll probably get the Boots of Travel, but that's the only real upgrade that he has, and as far as damage and his ability to carry through the fights, that's not really going to change. Aghanim Scepter now in the puck is picked up for VPP. They don't have a great way to snap the coil, but if Batrider finds a good lasso onto a coiled target, that can be a long duration stun through Black Kubar.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, if Virtus Pro really wants to, they could even split push. I mean, top and mid is pushing alone on its own, and they could even send, if they wanted to, they could just send anti-mage illusions on the tower and just slowly get it down, which is actually happening right now. I mean, look at this. This illusion is just getting rid of it at the moment. And even more coming. They're gonna get this tower slowly down without anyone doing or being able to do anything against it.
Yeah, Drunken is going to be annoying, but BKB pop at the Batrider. Lasso is back after an. They're trying to focus him down. They have an Abyssal going to drop it onto the Brewmaster's face, and he can't get off his ultimate. He's going to be man avoided and drop down. Echo Slam on Artis on the backlines. He is going to be able to kill off FNG. Level that's going to secure his end. BKB pop by Gore. It's trying to pursue out Mag as well as Illidan. He does have that Aghanim Doom on top of him. It's refreshing cooldown every time. And he's getting a little bit closer. They just need a way to bridge the gap, and Illidan's too darn strong. Looks like he is going to survive, although only just. That is pure damage, so it's going to get close, but I don't think he's going to die. I might have spoken too soon. Aghanim's Doom is pretty damn strong. That's going to be the end of Illidan's life. Last tick killing him.
Yeah, that was quite interesting. I mean, they lose their last tier 4 tower, or maybe it's surviving with like 80 HP, but they also lost a lot of HP on that tower. So VPP, they get a beating here, even though they finished off that Brewmaster really, really fast. But as I said, they're 2 Rexes down, and right now, if they wanted to, they could just send in illusions after illusions, and they would get the objectives down, while the other 2 lanes are pushing in. So Virtus Pro is still on the safe side in this game, regardless how many fights they throw at the moment. So it doesn't really matter. It's 31, 36, 38 minutes in. Still, like, I want to see Hellraisers going for a push now, because I think that's the only change they can go for. Like, somehow they have to change the pace of the game into the dire direction.
Every fight, they need to get the Aghanim's Doom off on Anti-Mage. That really seems like it's their only hope. They're going to scout out Roche, but that's not up. Tier 2 tower or bust, I think, was the only choice, and now that's not really an option, because Puck's going to be respawning, and if they really want to contest, Buyback's going to be up on Anti-Mage, but that's not going to matter. He's going to be up coinciding with this Roshan respawn.
Yeah, well, they're gonna get Roshan like 1 minute in from now on, but the problem is they will never get it alive, because VPP, they are so much faster there. Like, they're really hoping for it, but no, it's just not happening at the moment. They stick around, but the problem is they're also 1 down, because Brewmaster is busy defending, but at least they found FNG, so talk about 1 down. Actually, VPP also now being like 1 short from their roster, but Mac finding Gorak here. The problem is he has been stunned immediately. Can he cliff him? No. Like, maybe we have someone even going after him, but no, he's just ending up low. Still, like, the base is getting pushed in. Look at this massive amount of creeps just entering the base. They have to go back. There's just no way.
Yeah, there really isn't a way that they can go for Roche, and in fact, it's going to be going the way of VPP. Illidan, at this point, could drop his power treads if he wants to pick it up, but I think they're just going to give it to somebody else. That somebody else feels like it should be Mag, the way that they're initiating with the bat. But then again, if they get the Blink Doom onto Illidan, there is no Lincoln Sphere applied to him. They're going to get the Abyssal Doom onto Illidan. Storm Rage, this could be a very bad death. He is going to die, probably needs to buy back if they want to contest this Roshan. Jump in the pit from Goritz, gets a Silence and Lasso, or not Lasso, excuse me, Dream Coil onto 2. The Slark not really finding a target to stick onto for now, onto the backlines of the fight, so he can heal up with that extra regen. Both teams repelled. They're going to Flame Break, trying to get Goritz up on the cliff, but they are pushing him into the Batrider. They're going to lasso him up. Goritz pulled back into DK Phobos, and now into the loving arms of Illidan Storm Rage. Up on top of that high ground, he is going to be brought down, and now they can't deal with this anti-mage. They're going to blink forward.
So many blinks at the moment. Like, let's see who's guessing the right direction, but oh, Rubik, that was a very, very unfortunate blink. I mean, he's not even blinking in a unreachable area. No, he's blinking I don't know, directly in front of the trees there, so they just need to club him down because they saw exactly where he was going. So big fat question mark there. Also question mark for me was, I mean, the first big question mark is Illidan. What the hell did he actually think? Because he saw them coming, but he still went for it, and he was doomed and died. But sure, he has a buyback and they salvaged that fight somehow. But also question mark is for me Gorek. I mean, it's the second time he just sticks around in a fight where he should run. I mean, all the others ran, but somehow he didn't get the memo. And well, this way they lose Roshan, even though it started quite well for them by killing off Illidan. Still, I mean, the main reason Hellraisers is in this position right now is because of Gorek, what he did top. I mean, that was the start of like a downhill travel. And now, well, with 2 down, I think, yeah, buyback has to come.
It does. Yule Scepter opening up onto the Brewmaster, but no further lockdown there. They are going through a concussive shot, glimpsing back. Poor Lil. Lil is going to munch the G's. Now Illidan on the backlines, focusing down the Doom. That's going to be Doom down without being able to get off his ultimate, as well as a dieback. Scarth Mage is going to be losing his life for this. They drop the Static Storm onto Illidan. His BKB's worn off previously, and that is an up. Static Storm at the very least. Triple kill for Artists. Now he focuses down Illidan. Illidan going to be able to blink out of there alive. The rest of his heroes are buying back, but Virtus Pro Polar, they have been repelled at least for now. But Illidan looking to make a turn, going to clear up the creep wave with one swipe of his mighty Mantis Sword.
Yeah, it's still a surprise. I mean, we have 2 buybacks on VPP. They know the Doom is down. The Doom, everything is pretty much all they have against the anti-mage. They get him low, but they never get him down. But there's initiation here on Artis, but it's just some damage. He will recuperate from this one for sure. Or is there a Mana Void? No, the Mana Void is coming out on Fred, but none of them actually dies. Never mind, the Disruptor is going down. Afonia, of course, he has no ultimate because of the last fight, and yeah, the anti-mage already focused on the racks. They want to finish this game by objectives right now. Artis is coming back, however. Mac, he bought back, so if he dies right now, he's out for a long time. That's 100 seconds, and now they still didn't finish that melee Rex. Afonia, he's committing fully to that fight, but he wants to, I don't know, just get those right clicks in at the moment. Man fight, Artis versus anti-mage. Is there Shadow Dance up? That's the big question. No, there was not, but still, we have the Aegis up, and that means he gets out alive, or does he? Well, with the telekinesis, they buy some time, pounce, but the Manta is ready again, and Artis, he has no choice but just to retreat. The illusions go for the Melee-Rex, I guess, and FNG, if they get Artis right there stunned, that should be it. Silenced again by the Puck, and there is still a buyback, but look at the racks. I mean, they're gonna doom him, and there is a cliff as well, but if they all just focus on the racks, that should be it, but they gotta get him down. Both of them die just before it's done, and the Rex is on 100 HP. The creeps now coming from all sides, the throne even being super low, but Hellraisers, they're still in this game somehow. I don't understand.
The courier is going to fall as well. Hellraisers, they are in this game hanging by the skin of their teeth, or maybe even less than that. It's actually just a thread that they're grasping onto, about to fall into the abyss that is a loss here in the Yard Red Festival.
Yeah, this thread they're hanging on is on a sub-molecular basis, seriously. I mean, 100 HP melee Rex is all between you and Mega Creeps. Jesus Christ. But, well, they got a lot of buybacks out of VP Polar, so call me optimist, but if they just replicate a good fight right here, and there are no buybacks, because there are no buybacks except for the Puck, then they can actually go for something here. It's possible.
Yeah, it
is. That would be a crazy comeback.
It really would. Scythe now on the Brewmaster is going to make that a little bit easier for Hellraisers to pull off that miraculous fight that they need. If he's actually able to connect that onto the Anti-Mage, they follow up with the Scythe, or excuse me, the Doom. That's a lot of the net worth that Virtus Pro Polar have been sitting on down the drain, but they won't be able to have at their disposal. Concussive shots will fly, they blink into the pit, they will get a lift up onto Mag, but he's force-staffed out to safety by the Earthshaker. They'll glimpse him all the way back into the Doom, but he's actually going to pop that BKB and survive. Artist underneath the tier 4 towers, there's a Mystic Flare going through as well. The ultimate's reaching up a little bit too more, lassoed up, pulling him back. Artist isn't getting focused down, the Anti-Mage hasn't joined the fight. There he is, Illidan with the BKB, going to be able to bring down the poor Slark. That's down for 125 seconds. Ninja is going to throw up DK Phobos into the air. They're diving the fountain, trying to kill as much as they can. Illidan is reaching up to inside the fountain, and even if they keep that Doom onto him, he is going to survive through a triple kill for DK Phobos. Now FNG going to fall as well. They still are pursuing Goritz, and Goritz is going to lose his life. DK Phobos dropping low, bouldered up. They don't have any buybacks, however, and DK Phobos trying to disjoint a little bit more is going to get away from that damage with the phase shift, and now the Brewmaster is coming back to his normal form. He has everything to lose, and he's going to get Abyssal down and brought down in a heartbeat. That's a full 5-man wipe.
Pretty much.
Not
That's
pretty
how
much.
the
Look at the
Russians
ancient.
would say it.
Yeah.
Game is done. The creeps will finish it. Easy going. I don't know. That was so crazy. I mean, sure, there was a chance of a comeback, but diving tier 4 towers, including even the fountain, I mean, that was... There's a chance, or I don't know, there's a difference between delusion and being optimistic, and that was absolutely delusional. They should have focused on the objectives, forcing out something, then forcing them into an awkward fight, but diving the tier 4 towers, that was just, I don't know. Hell races, not the performance I was hoping for, and in the end, congratulations, VPP. They're gonna get here a 3-0 win in the grand finals of the Yard Red Festival and finishing that tournament. Remember, guys, this tournament was a charity event, so actually the ticket stuff, like the money from the tickets and everything, is going to the Ukrainian refugees because of the political situation there. If you like it or not, but it's definitely or hopefully going to some people that need help, and that's why I like this tournament. It was a good time. I hope, I don't know, we come back with another season, 2015 or so.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for watching. If you like the casting you see here, you can follow us on HeflaTV at Twitter, Facebook, and here on Twitch. And if you want to watch the VODs, they'll be uploaded to youtube.com/HeflaMoke for all of the games that you've seen here or on our other streams today. So those will be up in a couple of hours or so. I've been Grand Svi, he's been HeflaMoke, and we'll see you, but not today. We'll be coming back tomorrow with some more Dota.
And there's another game. There is on our Hitbox 1 channel, we still have, say it, the BOCE running is also up for betting on D2L, for example. So head over there, guys. We have more Dota to come, and it's soon BBC versus Album Sheet. Yeah, that's what's up.
All right. See ya.